This is my home right here.
This is the front door?
It took the Nguyen's 13 years to build their dream house. It took Katrina less than an hour to destroy it.
My house started falling down. The wind getting more and more heavier and everything.
This is what was left, rubble and memories. But Min Nguyen had an insurance policy that she hoped would restore what she and her husband had spent a lifetime trying to build. 9 months later, still no insurance payment.
On hold, you can't build this back without insurance, can you?
No, sir. That's why we.
Is that you're in a trailer?
Yes, sir. Me and my husband and my 3 children.
Her insurer is State Farm. Nguyen's attorney, Zach Scruggs, says State Farm has not paid this claim because this engineering report says the damage was done by water, not wind, and water damage is not part of the policy.
This can't be water. Water, I mean, if you go in there, that's caused by water because the house still stands. This is by tornado and wind. The whole neighborhood is gone.
Min Nguyen is now joining a lawsuit suing State Farm, alleging the insurance company pressured its employees and independent contracts to create reports and findings denying evidence of wind damage. The lawsuit also alleges State Farm hid or destroyed copies of initial engineering reports finding wind damage in order to influence and distort the investigation.
There are about 5 or 6 standard firms that State Farm uses to do their dirty work for them and to deny all claims under a predetermined conclusion that the damage was caused by water, which they say is excluded by the policies.
Attorney Zach Scruggs says the very first report done last November on the Nguyen's home by a company called Forensic Engineering concluded damage to the house was predominantly caused by wind. That first engineering report actually described how it must have happened, how a home sitting on these blocks was actually picked up and thrown into Nguyen's home by strong winds, possibly even a tornado. In fact, the investigators' report even had 2 witnesses who saw it happen. In a follow-up report in December, Forensic Engineering again concluded wind caused the damage. Remember, wind damage would be covered, but the claim still wasn't paid. Forensic Engineering says they never altered a report to favor a company and were never asked by State Farm to make changes to benefit the insurer. In January, a different engineering firm delivered a 3rd report. This one concluded water destroyed the house. The claim would not be paid. State Farm says the complaint is completely unfounded and that it has handled more than 600,000 Katrina claims and paid policyholders more than $5.4 billion. Scruggs says he has hundreds of clients with similar stories, but now he has something else. A stunning court loss for State Farm that could be a preview for the Gulf Coast.
That's moving right at us. We got to get out of here.
It relates to damage caused in 1999, when the worst tornado in history hit Oklahoma City. A jury has now found State Farm was, quote, reckless and malicious in using an engineering firm to undervalue tornado damage to dozens of homes, or having the engineering firm say the damage was not caused by the tornado, thereby denying the claim.
State Farm in both cases are using engineering firms to do their dirty work for them and to deny claims systematically.
7 years after the tornado, the jury awarded one family almost $14 million. In a class action lawsuit, dozens of other families stand to gain as well. State Farm said in a statement that during the trial, the jury was not allowed to hear the full story, and it is appealing the Oklahoma verdict. In Mississippi, where the Nguyen's saved for 13 years to build this house, it's likely to take a few more years before their case is resolved.